Hello there once again. This is Earl Bryant coming at you from the New York City suburbs of Long Island with another Pearl from Earl, where it is my mission to educate, edify, and encourage excellence in every area of your life. Today's Pearl is called They Do What You Do Before They Do What You Say. I'm reminded of outings with my family during summers when we would go to the beach, and here on Long Island we have Jones Beach. And I remember my dad taking us out. He was kind of an old school dad. And he had an idea that he would teach me, his son, how to swim. My dad was a pretty good swimmer in his day. And one moment out of the blue, he just scooped me up in his arms and started walking out into the surf. And as he waded out, I saw the surf getting higher and higher. It went up past his knees. Then it went up past his waist. And right about the time I got up to his chest, where he's holding me, without warning, he just reaches back and just flings me through the air with, unlike what they say in the circus, the not-so-greatest of ease. As I'm sailing through the air, feeling a little bit unsure about this experience and not liking it very much the more I'm going through it, just as I'm about to hit the wave, I hear my dad yell out, "Swim!" And right about that moment, I did my best Scooby-Doo, and I said, "Huh?" And I don't remember very much after that, except to say that I hit the surf, and I was probably thrashing and flailing about and having absolutely no idea what to do. But it's pretty safe to say I did not learn to swim that day, because all I had to go on, was one simple word from my dad, which, when you've never done it before, doesn't really mean a whole lot. It doesn't really tell you what you need to do, what you can do, what you should do. So I struggled. And like I said, had a fail. These days, my son would call it an epic fail. It was a fail. Contrast that with something that happened sometime later. My dad was very big on baseball, softball, played all kinds of sports. His favorite sport was baseball. He always reminisced about the times in the Army in the late 50s when he played on his company's baseball team and he played shortstop. Had great times, had great memories. He always talked about it with great enthusiasm. It was like he reliving the experience. And then I'd sit with him, we'd watch baseball, and I could see how the game would form in his mind and different strategies that he would use, because he would talk about it with the same enthusiasm where he reminisced about his good times in the Army playing baseball. But what struck me the most was those times when it was just me and him, and he'd go out and play softball with certain teams that he played with here on Long Island. And he enjoyed himself thoroughly, and it just seemed like time would stop when I watched him out there playing. And the thing that impressed me the most about watching my dad play wasn't just the fact that he was out there playing hard, getting dirty, playing like a big kid and having a good time. It wasn't the fact that he was having all kinds of friendships and meeting all kinds of different people and getting along well. And hearing people talk about him with such reverence and such respect because he was such a good player and had such a good attitude and was always a joy to be around. What impressed me the most watching my dad play was that every single time I saw my dad on the ball field, every time, without fail, he never played a game without smiling. He always enjoyed himself, and he made sure that not only did he enjoy himself, but he made sure that everybody else knew that he was enjoying himself. He was having a good time. He was sharing a good time. He was sharing a great experience, not only with his teammates and with the opponents, but it made a great impression on me. And watching him play inspired me. Hearing him talk about the game, when we sit down and watch the game together, it inspired me. And in my small mind, my young mind, I said, that looks like fun. maybe one day I'll try it. So the day finally came when the year I turned 9, I got to play Little League. And I was looking forward to it because I wanted to get out there and have my own experience, see what it was like for myself. And I'll never forget what happened the very first game that I played. It was May 9th, 1972, 2 weeks after my 9th birthday. Played my very first game. And I'd like to say that during my first at bat, I did something really great. I hit the ball out of sight, tried around the bases like the conquering hero, but that's not true. First time up, I hit a weak ground ball back to the pitcher, and I was out on the first pitch because I tried to do too much, but, you live, you learn, right? It was my second time up that things became magical. Because it was my second time up, I got a pitch right down the middle, and I turned on it, hit the ball seemingly out of sight, but because there was no fence, it was just an open field, I had to run for all I was worth, sprinting around the bases, flying around the bases, and when I turned third base heading home, my father's there and he's cheering me on. I can't really remember what all he was saying, but I just kept running. And I got to home plate and I didn't really see what was going on. I just figured I better slide just in case, so I slid in the home plate. And as I slid and I was safe, it dawned on me, I just hit a home run. I just hit a home run. And I was excited, and I got up, and I turned to my right to go back to the bench, and the first person I saw was my dad. My dad's face was all lit up, his eyes were on fire, he had the big smile on his face, the same smile that he had on his face when he played baseball, he played softball. And it dawned on me as I jumped in his arms and got a big hug from him, I hit a home run just like my dad. And we had a shared experience, and from that day until when he passed on last October, may he rest in peace, we have always had that moment. And I share that with you to let you know that in your own personal life, people are going to relate to you best, not by what you say, but by what you do. It's your example that you show with your deeds that is going to make the greatest impact. It is what you do that will inspire people and tell them, maybe I can do that. Now, I had the privilege of turning that around because when I had my own son years later, it wasn't a baseball moment, it was a soccer moment because I also played soccer when I was in school, when I was in junior high and high school, and had my own experiences with it. So when he was young, I would get a soccer ball, we'd kick it around, and we had fun with it, and it inspired him to want to play himself. So when he was 9 years old, ironically enough, he came to me and told me that he wanted to play. And I asked him, are you sure that you want to do this? And he said he was sure. I said, okay, then I'll tell you what you need to do, and I'll show you. So I got him his own pair of cleats, I got myself a pair of cleats. We went out with the soccer ball, we went out to a field in our neighborhood, we put the ball down, and we kicked the ball around, and I started showing him what he needed to do to play soccer, and he started to enjoy it, and he started to get his own experience, and he began to play with his own teams, and he began to enjoy it for himself. Now, that's the example I passed on to him, and it is my hope that when he has children of his own, he's able to pass it on to them too. The lesson is this: people will do what you do before they will do what you say. When you're in business, as well as in your personal life, make sure that your example is the kind that inspires people to take the same action that you're taking. Because if people see what you do and they start questioning themselves and asking, is this what I have to do in order to be successful in this business? And they see you doing something that doesn't resonate with them, and the thought crosses their mind that they have to do the same thing and they don't have a choice, they're going to back off, they're going to turn away, they're going to turn aside, and they're going to say, I'm out, I'm done. I don't want any part of this. Make sure that you inspire people with your actions in such a way that they're going to want to try it too, because they're going to have their own success. And make sure that whatever you do, you're enjoying what you do. Because if you get some joy out of it, chances are they're going to think, I'm going to get some joy out of this too. Let me try. So that is your pearl for girl. People will do what you do before they will do what you say. I hope that you got some value out of what I have shared, what I have passed on to you today, which I have learned from experience, not only in my personal life with my own family, but in my professional life with people that I have come to know, to like, and to trust. If you would like information about this community that I have been introduced to, this community that has shown me by their actions that it is best to do what you do, to have people do what you do before they'll do what you say. If you're on YouTube, look below this video. I have included a link. You can go to the site. You can check it out for yourself. If you are watching on any other media, particularly Facebook, then indicate your interest in the comments, and I will be sure to send that information on to you and put you in touch with this community, and you'll have the opportunity to experience them for yourself and find out what it is that they can do to help you to experience success in whatever endeavor you're involved in, whether it's personal, whether it's professional. They can help you to experience excellence and edification and education in your life. And as I said, if you got some value out of this, please do me the honor, give me a like, give me a thumbs up, and don't be stingy, share the wealth. Pass this on to people you know that can benefit from what you have just heard. And if you're on YouTube, do me the honor of subscribing. I will do my best to provide you good content and give you good information that will help you to reach your personal and professional goals going forward. As I said, this has been another Pearl from Earl. It's been my honor to share this with you. And until the next time, when we gather around, and I hope to see you right back out there, you take care and you make it a great day. You be blessed and you be productive. Bye for now.